The Mindbuzz Podcast.
This is MB53 on the Mindbuzz Podcast with Marcus from the Inner Monologue Podcast. Coming up right now. But first, after these few messages from our sponsors. Coming up after this. I'm trying to think of a jingle.
Wrap your laughing gear around our finest meat yet.
Pick up your combo with a nourishing vagina hot dog, fries, Coke, and half a pill of gooey.
The Speed Dog Meal
is only $12. $12.
$12.
At Vagina Farms. For a limited time, get a classic vagina hot dog meal.
And a hot dog from an organic fat flap.
For $1.
For $1.
For only $1.
It's the organic fat flaps for me.
Know where your hot dogs are coming from.
Free range vagina hot dogs.
Vagina Farms. Delicious 3 times out of the month.
Come on down here and get your classic pussy dog combo, including fries, a large spoon, just $6.99. Plus get your Vagina Farms limited edition glass.
Vagina hot dogs. To be frank, you're gonna love them.
Here at Vagina Farms.
This is Greg from Bad Counsel, here with some good counsel. Keep listening to Gill on the Mindbuzz podcast. He scares me, but I like it.
The Mindbuzz Podcast.
Fuck. Okay, I got that. I got it down. It was good. I'm glad Marcus can be here for that. Thanks, Marcus. Welcome to the Mindbuzz. I'm glad that you're back on after the hiatus, and welcome on the show individually, because we've had your 1/4 of the Inner Monologue podcast, and I saved the best for last. So there you go. Sorry, Jose. And Julio and Ricky.
I think Julio will be more offended than anyone.
He seems like it. And I asked what we were going to talk about on the show, and a full hour of talking about Julio. That sounds like no.
That sounds like torture for your listeners.
Well, my listeners are very infatuated with nice stories, and just recently, you guys done a collaboration, if you will, or an interview with Pods Like Us from my my brother from another mother on the other side of the pond in England. How was that? I heard it was a blast, and
it was fun, especially having to wake up in the morning. Just that great guy. I had a lot of fun on that show.
What do you mean waking up in the morning?
Well, because we're in different time zones, so I had to wake up very early. Like we shot that this morning.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, how early? Because he's 8 hours from us.
So we recorded, I think it was 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. I've done one of those with Marv, and those are fun.
I mean, I'm normally not up that early unless I have to be at work, which I did, in about 2-3 hours. So
okay,
it was fine.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right from the gate, dude. Waking up early in the morning and doing a podcast. How was that?
I'll admit it was challenging. I didn't want to get up.
Really?
My alarm rang at 7, and I was like, Fuck it. Went back to sleep. I woke up. It was 7:15. I was like, okay, I need to get up because if I miss this, then it would suck ass. Because I said I'd be on the show.
It wasn't like, oh, if I miss this, it'd be bad on my part. If I miss this, I mean, it wouldn't be the Inner Monologue podcast, pretty much,
Well,
right?
I mean, I was intrigued. Like, I'm always intrigued by how many people want to show up to our show, just because it's mind boggling, really.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Mm-hmm.
Jose said, "Hey, how would you guys feel about joining a podcast collab from the UK?" I was like, "Sign me up.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting."
yeah.
And oh yeah, I got my money's worth on that one.
Yeah, I'm excited to listen to that one. And this one will probably be up before Pods Like Us and Inner Monologue podcast, but for the people at home, I'm going to put those links down on the show descriptions for Inner Monologue podcast and Pods Like Us, Martin Quibell's show about different podcasts. And the Mindbuzz has been on that podcast, and several other uh people that have been on this show have been on there. It's a great blast, and honestly, dude, I am super psyched to hear that one. You have no idea how the excitement that came over me when I found out that you guys were gonna do this.
Oh, he thinks very highly of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Marv's a great guy. He's we've met each other through the podcast community. So yeah, it's been super amazing
Yeah.
to meet this guy. And then plus he got a kick out of our show that we did together.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he enjoyed the story about Julio and the stripper. He enjoyed that one. Um, the whole show he just enjoyed, and yeah, it was awesome. But thanks again, Marcus, for being here. Again, you are the 1/4 of the Inner Monologue podcast, and it's been a while. I mean,
Yeah.
since I had Ricky on the show. He was the last. He was the third one to come on. You're the fourth one, fourth and final. But I'm thinking we have to get all four of you guys back on all at
Absolutely.
once
Absolutely. Absolutely.
again, and we gotta do some stuff. So, without further ado, you had some topics that you wanted to go over, which I have zero knowledge of. When I think, I'm serious, dude. When I think of anime, I think of Pokemon. But one thing that you do bring up is go ahead, because I'm gonna butcher the title or the topic of the day.
Okay, so pretty much what I have been doing because I run our TikTok account.
Okay.
And one thing I've been doing since like right around like the first couple of months of me starting the account is I'm not necessarily going to say these people can't defend themselves, but having some extra help can't hurt either. But a lot of uh, people of color cosplayers are getting a lot of hate for dressing up like their favorite characters. The first one, her handle is Electric Bum. I don't know why she picked that, but whatever. So
Okay.
she's African American,
I'm intrigued.
and one of her favorite people to dress up like is Hinata from Naruto. And I'm reading all these comments, and they're saying like Hinata's not a monkey, and Hinata's not white. You shouldn't be dressing up like Hinata. You look nothing like her. Just nothing but hate-filled comments left and right. And so my idea is one as an OG anime fan, and I do mean OG as in
Yeah.
I watched them early in the morning and then spoke about them at school, like many of the other children. And we got ridiculed for it. Like anyone who heard that, anyone who looks like me likes anime is like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you watching anime? Or like anime sucks, or you guys are losers, or nerds, all that. Just
Really?
And I remember having these conversations with friends back then, like, one of these days, the things we love are going to be the most popular things in the world, and everyone's going to act like they didn't hate them back in the day.
At that time. Yeah.
So now I'm looking at like these young kids trying to join the community, and they're getting hate for it. And I honestly don't understand where all that hate is coming from, because they'll attack girls who dress up like male characters and say, like, you know, Naruto or Natsu's not a female. I'm like, well, actually, Naruto did transform into a girl, now that we think about it, multiple times. He even passed that trait on to his student. If y'all don't remember that, so you're not completely right about that. But the way I see it, cosplay is not an exact science. Cosplay is
Mhm.
pretty much dressing up like your favorite character. It doesn't matter if you walk around and you got a damn fucking Leaf Village headband on.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Oh, that was upside down, but you get the point. If you wear that or you wear a hoodie with your favorite character on, technically speaking, I count that as cosplaying.
Gotcha.
It
Okay.
doesn't it doesn't have to be an exact science.
Okay, so we're not really narrowing down on just anime cosplay. So we're just saying cosplay in general.
In general, because
Gotcha.
it's not just anime that I've seen it happen. There was a black girl who dressed up like Poison Ivy, spot on, by the way, and she was getting hate for that. There was another woman who I forgot exactly who she dressed up as, but she got hate for it. There was a Asian woman who dressed up like Tiana and did the beignet scene from the movie. Nailed it, by the way. And one, she just wore the same dress, did the scene in the kitchen, and it was perfect. It's not like she put on blackface and tried to pretend to be black. She just dressed up like a character she liked,
Mm-hmm.
and she got hate for it.
Gotcha.
And to be honest, I see a lot of women getting more hate for it than men do, and it annoys me. Like today, I came across another one where a girl literally spent hours and hours putting on makeup, getting her outfit together. Also, someone can tell her she's too fat to be that character.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, who
Yeah.
in God's name are you
Yeah.
to tell someone who they can and can't be? At the end of the day, she's a grown woman, and if she has fun doing that, by all means, keep doing it.
It's freaking cosplay. So, to give a definition on cosplay that we can really dissect is it's cosplay. So it's the practice of dressing up as a character from a movie, book, or video game.
Yep.
That's the definition of it. I mean, cosplaying, cosplayed. Dude, that's. I mean, I don't see why people get worked up on who's playing what character.
Yeah,
That
like
that
when
doesn't that
you
doesn't make
remember
sense
the
to me.
the Titans TV show that they came out with, the live action one.
Yeah,
They cast a black woman as Starfire.
and
Everyone lost their shit.
gotcha,
Here's my thing. First of all, the creators never said that she was white. She's an alien from Tamarin. And to be
gotcha.
honest, her skin is orange. She's not
Oh, okay,
white. Just like
yeah.
Superman is not white.
Maybe she's Hispanic. No,
There you go.
who knows? We don't know. She's an alien. Aliens don't do alien have different sub races? Just and by the way, a race is a constructed thing that has it's just it's a social contract. It's a imaginary thing that whoever made up everything to separate division. I mean to
Yep.
maintain
Divide
a
and put certain people on top and everyone else on the bottom.
correct. Yeah. So and okay, so okay. I hear your position. Um so what are your thoughts if a white character wanted to be a black character and and
Is
and they did blackface? Now
that's a, see that's a no
would it
no.
Would it be would it be a difference because they are white and because of the history of
Blackface,
blackface
yes.
and minstrel? Okay.
So if you dress up like, okay, let's say your favorite character is Blade, right? You get
Okay.
the
Yeah,
vest,
yeah,
you
I
get the
get that. Yeah.
swords, all the leather and all that. If you don't do blackface, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you
Gotcha.
have to change the color of your skin in order to match,
Oh, okay,
the
yeah.
character, the history of blackface has always been a negative one. There is no positive
Oh, yeah.
connotations for blackface.
No, hold on. You give a very good point because that is very true. That is very true. It's never been to entertain the entertainment that came out of the minstrel setting in the
Hmm.
late 1800s was to poke fun at a different race. So
Yep.
yeah, you're absolutely correct. Okay. No,
So
yeah.
I have no problem with white people dressing up like black characters. Don't do blackface. At the end of the day, if you have fun dressing up like that character, as long as it's not offensive
Okay.
in a sense where you're offending the entire race, like like we said, blackface.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, cosplay is cosplay. You dress up like your favorite character.
Mhm.
Point blank. Period. Like if we
Yeah.
dress up like our favorite characters, we do not change our skin color. We don't
Mhm.
paint shit on, unless
Yeah.
it's like war paint or something. In which case, we're trying to match that character, but that's a completely different story.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And it would be different if this character was from like a I mean, would it be different if this character was say who's a different character? I don't know. Who's the blue woman in X-Men
Mystique.
that Mystique that transforms into different people?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if I tried to do that, or another woman would try to be Mystique and paint herself blue because of that, wouldn't that just be part of the costume?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So,
But you
but
see, Mystique is blue by nature. That's the
mhm,
thing. She's a mutant. That's why her skin is blue. But
gotcha,
a black character, that skin has been. It's basically the same thing, except if
gotcha.
you're dressing up like a black character, there's no need to change your skin color because everyone's gonna know what character you are. And yeah, you may get some hate for some people saying, "Well, Blade's not white." Don't worry about it. I didn't do blackface.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just like I'm not doing whiteface because that it doesn't exist. No one has done whiteface. Actually, I take that back. There is one person on TikTok that did do that in order to troll white people,
Oh, okay.
and it like
Well, hold
regardless,
on. Let's explore that. What did you think about that?
it sickened me.
Dude,
Not one
okay.
time did I think, yeah, no, see how it feels. I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
want anyone to experience that
Okay.
because you're paint like when you wear this blonde wig, some really ridiculous makeup, and you just paint fucking I don't know chalk and shit all over your face, and
Yeah.
pretending to be a blonde white girl. What purpose does that serve?
Mhm.
Like you
Ooh.
trolling white people for what?
Yeah.
To give them a taste of their own medicine? It's dumb. And stooping to that level doesn't help anyone. All you're doing is making an ass out of yourself.
Yeah. So what was the character that they were cosplaying?
So the latest person, I don't know exactly what character it
Oh,
was, but
so
I'm
so
pretty.
this is a thing. This is people are really doing this. They're trying to troll white people in cosplaying,
This
or is it
this
just
one this one person did. So she didn't
oh,
dress up like
okay,
a specific character. She
intentionally?
just blonde white
Oh,
girl.
okay.
That's what she was trying to portray.
Oh, okay. But was she intentionally doing this
Oh
to
yes,
put oh to
it
piss
was
off
it
white
served
people?
that was not cosplaying. That served no other purpose but to troll white people.
Wow. Okay. That's a different story then that they would do that. That's
Yeah, and so far I haven't seen her back on TikTok since. That was in the early days,
uh-huh.
towards the beginning of the year when I saw that.
Gotcha, gotcha. So do you do any cosplaying?
Yes, yes, I do.
Do you really? Okay. So
But
what do you normally?
I dress up like my own character. So in any universe, Star Wars, Star Trek, Naruto, all that, I'm my own character. As in I'm me in that universe. That's what I do when I cosplay.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh,
It's
that's
not
cool.
it's basically because it's not that I don't want to dress up like my favorite characters. It's just I always see myself in those universes as myself. And so if I'm going to dress up like a Leaf Village Shinobi, I'm gonna be me as a Leaf Village Shinobi.
Okay, so not just like a specific uh character or characters, right? You're
Like
just
if I had to put an active spin on it, I'd say
Mhm.
like my character basically time travels to different like universes and then takes things from that universe in order to blend in, and that's basically how I base my cosplay characters on.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's pretty creative. Not
Yeah, like
many yeah, not many people do that cuz usually normally when I think of cosplay, I'm thinking of like a specific character in a movie, a book
yeah,
or
and there's
something, or
absolutely
comic.
no wrong with dressing, nothing wrong with you dressing up like your favorite characters. It's just something like I started doing it a while back, and I remember something a creator on TikTok that I follow said, create your own stuff, like create your own characters. If you want to cosplay, create those, make your own outfits, and show these people that you can show your imagination. Like I created my own One Piece character that I'm currently developing.
What's a One Piece? What is that?
The show One Piece.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't yeah, you're gonna have to explain some of these things to me because like
All
I
right,
said at the
so
top of this,
One Piece
I'm
is part of the big three, and that was the
zero.
big three animes that were currently popular shortly after Dragon Ball ended.
Okay.
So Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. One Piece is basically a pirate anime centered around one character named Monkey D. Luffy and all of his friends, and his goal is to become the king of pirates.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like,
And
what is it like? What is it set in? Is it like in a different planet? Is it on
so
Earth?
it's set on Earth, but it's just a different type of Earth because
Okay,
the way that theirs is set up is there's like it's almost like it's an endless ocean, and there's just this string of like islands and whatnot, and then you've got the red line and the grand line, which is where you cross over into the new world in order to try and find the One Piece treasure that the former king of the pirates found and hid, and basically told everyone, if you want my treasure, go and find it. I hid everything that I ever made in one location, and
gotcha.
everyone just took off searching for it. And it is a
And
long anime. It's almost up to 1,000 episodes.
whoa, okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
I just I'm looking at it right now on the internet. One Piece, 1997.
Yep.
Uh, actually, this is looks pretty cool. I like the different colors and I'm not watching the animation, but One Piece. I like the logo. The logo is
I
pretty
will
cool.
admit the one thing the one thing I did love. So
Hmm.
a friend of mine told me that the show didn't get really good until the main character's brother dies.
Hmm.
So at first, in the first,
Hold on,
I
wait.
thought that
There's a
this redhead.
there's a spoiler alert in this episode, and we got to put that down on the description if you're just getting into
Whoops,
this. But continue
my
with that after.
apologies. So once that happens, the show starts get. I guess it's because it started giving more character development.
Okay.
Um, because when I watched the show and I watched that happen, and I saw the main character go from just losing his brother to where he is now, you know, damn near like 600 episodes later, his transformation is amazing. And even now in the current episodes, it's ridiculous, which motivated me to create my own character who I called Monkey D Hunter. I mean, my bad, Goofy D Hunter.
Goofy
'Cause
D
on
Hunter.
yeah, because on TikTok I started a it's so I call it the Goofy Hunter Academy.
Okay.
So
The Goofy
basically,
Hunter. Okay.
yeah. So basically,
That wait, hold,
anyone
that
who
sounds like my new dating app that I'm gonna come up with.
so basically,
All in one
because
place.
I come
Okay,
to
go ahead.
because I defend cosplayers from haters and whatnot, I call them goofies. And in fact, anyone who's basically starting hate or whatever on the app is considered goofy, which is
Oh,
a new
okay.
term that's been floating around.
Oh, really? Hmm.
So now, anytime I see something, first thing I say is, "Let's go goofy hunting."
Oh, okay. So it
Introducing the Goofy Hunter 3000.
we got to put that on. Give me an ad. Hold on. I need an audio ad for the Goofy Hunter 3000. So you and your guys at Inner Monologue Podcast, get that going, and I can add it. Or if it's just you,
Absolutely.
we can get that on there. I got to talk to my producers, but yeah, we're good. Yeah, they said that. Yeah, they'll allow that. But 1997 to present, volume. So list of volumes. They have 100 volumes. Honestly, this thing looks cool. So what's manga?
So manga is basically anime in book form. It's like anime comics. So it's the show in comic form, and it's usually about three weeks to maybe about a month or two ahead of the actual anime.
Oh, okay. So they come out with the comics first. So that's manga series. So manga is the written book form.
So more often than not, it usually starts off as a manga, and if it gets enough popularity, they'll turn it into an anime.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this One Piece was a comic
Yep. In fact,
before.
pretty much almost all anime started off as manga first. Almost all, not all.
Okay, so manga. Manga. Does it matter like in the pronunciation?
Not really.
No, okay. Um no, the I re- I remember one time, the first time I've heard the term manga was working at a call center right out of college, and there was this like super like cool chick, like she was awesome, like she had plugs, red hair, she had a whole bunch of piercings, she was all tatted down and everything. And me getting out of college, I was vegan at the time. I was reading a lot of self-help books by Napoleon Hill and Dale Carnegie, so I was like hokey, I was really goofy. I was smiling at all the time, and just like one of those like uppity kids. I was in my early 20s, trying to get into corporate America and all that good stuff. So reason reason for me saying that is, I asked her, I wanted to start a conversation with her. I was like, oh, like she's cool. And I asked her, I was like, hey, do you read it all? Because we're reading, and obviously that was a dumb question because we're both reading in the break room.
Right.
And I was like, hey, I noticed you read, like, what are you reading? And she told me manga. I was like, uh what the fuck? Like, she told I was like, okay, at first, honestly, I'm gonna give you the real honest thought that I had when she told me she read manga, and I was looking at the covers. It looked, like uh, Asian kind of writing, Japanese kind of writing, and the style was kind of like, it was, I don't know, it was different. The girl that was on the cover, she had a bust.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. That's why I asked her. I was like, what are you reading? And she said manga. And back then I wasn't in the terms of Googling stuff.
Right.
So I thought about it. My first thought. Hold on, let me get back to that. My first thought of that was it had to be something sexual. Like I thought she was reading like sex fantasy cartoon stuff. And that was my first thought, and I was just like, "Whoa, okay, this chick's the real deal." I don't know, she's probably into dominatrix and stuff like that, but I didn't want to judge. So I was like, oh, "Okay, cool. Like, what is it?" And she was like, "Oh, it's anime." And I was like, "Oh, anime, like kind of like cartoon stuff." I mean, that's what I thought. Like, okay, cartoon stuff. Rewind it back. I mean, fast forward to now. I really don't know much about it. Like I said at the top of this, and I've worked in several events where we had um Asian American expos
Hmm.
in at the property that I work for, and I'm huge, awesome stuff. It's everybody just comes in costumes, and it's freaking amazing. We had all these different showrooms that people like would hop on stage, and they'll like do like a show and stuff of their handmade stuff. Um it was super interesting, and all the food was freaking fantastic too. But it was like
Yeah.
one building was dedicated to anime, and they had cars that were like all decked out, that was painted and wrapped in all these different characters. I mean,
Yeah.
shit's intense, dude.
Yeah, it is quite the anime community is vast. Almost a cult, really, if you think
No,
about it.
and it yes, we can say that. That's a correct term. I mean, so One Piece is pretty much the baby of what was the first. So who started this all? Who was the original uh the
Right.
original
So there there's
story of
been
this?
there's been anime for quite some time, but one
Uh-huh.
that really put them on the map, or at least started helping them gain more notice, and I call them the Godfathered anime. So this is before the big three. So you got Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Inuyasha.
Oh, so Sailor
Uh,
wait, hold on. Sailor Moon is considered anime?
Sailor Moon is, yes, it's
Oh.
anime.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
In fact, the funny thing is, a lot of people who aren't really aware of it, a lot of their favorite cartoons may have been anime.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So anime is just like a bit. It's an
Yeah,
uh, umbrella of different animation. Well,
there
duh,
is a
anime.
long list of Godfathered anime. Some that I did not announce doesn't mean they're not on the list. But and then you got the big three, which is Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, which came out towards the beginning, towards the end of the 1900s. So 1997 or up to the early 2000s, and some of them just recently. Like the only one that actually really ended was Naruto. Then of course they picked up an additional with Boruto, his son. And then Bleach, the creator of that, got put in jail for tax evasion. So
Oh.
the anime wasn't
Oh
finished,
shit.
but the manga was.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to finish the Bleach saga this fall, and then One Piece. The creator said that he honestly doesn't know when he's going to end it. He just knows that he's currently like in the middle of the main character storyline. So One Piece might go on for quite some time.
So it's still going on now, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. Where do you read the manga too?
I did up until the when I stopped reading manga, it was after the Bleach series ended. Because by that
Gotcha.
time they started cracking down on certain sites and apps releasing manga for free because of course they're
Oh,
gonna want you to pay for it.
of course.
So I started just watching and just waiting for the episodes to come out. So I'll go on like I'll just take a break from anime and like wait like 2-3 months and then just binge and catch up.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Do you find now? Okay, so when people come out with when people write books comic books, anything that's written form and they come out with like a motion picture, whether it be in a movie or a series, do you find that in some manga, you read the manga and it comes out into like motion picture or series? Is there any like, oh man, like I interpreted this totally different than what the screen action is telling me?
So the funny thing about anime is that those creators are notoriously good at taking the manga and translating it to at least animated.
Uh-huh.
But one issue I've always had with certain anime, I haven't found a single live action anime aside from anything coming straight out of Japan as a decent movie. Like they've tried, Netflix specifically tried
Oh,
Full
okay.
Metal Alchemist, Bleach, Death Note. All of those were trash. They tried making a Dragon Ball Z Evolution movie. That was trash. Um, it was like my thing is if you're gonna make a movie about a very popular TV series or a book series, you
Uh-huh.
have to devote the time and the money in order to developing it so it's a success. Don't throw a small amount of money, tell them to work with the budget, and then they come out with a crap film.
Yeah, I
Because
guess
that's
you
what they did with the movie Aragon. Because I've read every single book of that series,
uh-huh.
and the
And
movie was like they basically just shat on every single book.
ooh, everyone.
Like personally, like I believe like if it's a long book series, turn it into a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Turn it into a TV show. You can make one season. Every episode is one chapter, and you can just roll through the whole book in an entire season until you reach to the end of the book series. Because that's what they did with Game of Thrones. They didn't make Game of Thrones into a movie; they made it a show, and rightfully so. And it was one of the most successful TV shows HBO had.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Hit the brakes here. Game of Thrones was a uh yeah,
It
you're
was a book
fucking
series.
with me. Wait,
No,
it was a what?
it was a book series.
It was a book. Oh, okay. Okay.
No, it wasn't an anime. No, it wasn't.
No. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. That's something new.
Yeah,
No, but
just for reference of things going from books to the live screen.
yeah.
Books translate better as TV shows
Do
sometimes.
you think so?
I mean, aside from Star Wars, because George
Uh-huh.
Lucas was adamant on how he developed it, even though when he handed it off to Kathleen Kennedy and they botched it with the sequel trilogy. Um,
Wait. No, Star Wars was just the motion picture. Was it a book series too?
yeah, they started off as books.
What?
Hmm.
No way.
Yeah,
Honestly, I gotta look this up. I'm not saying you're a liar or anything, Marcus, but that just that's
a good majority of the movies out there were actually books at first.
yeah, like Handyman was a book first too.
Yeah.
I just found that like 2 weeks ago. We're not gonna jump into that yet, but I still want to yeah, foreshadow everyone. Uh Star
Who give you
Wars,
a hint?
right? Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Okay, what would I even Google? Star Wars book?
So what you would want to do is start with episode 4 and type in the book, and then it should give you the release date of that book.
Okay. No. Okay, say that again. I didn't do that. I just put Star Wars book? Question mark?
Yeah,
Like I was thinking that in my head, but Google's gonna need more information than my snike remarks. I don't think written.
All right. So the book released in November 12th of 1976,
Okay,
and that
so
was the movie everyone knows as A New Hope. I might be wrong about this then, because I believe that the first episode aired in the 60s.
okay.
Hold on. Let me
For
see. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. Episode 4 released in the 70s, a year after that book was made.
Okay, yeah,
So
4.
May 25th of 1977.
Okay, so George Lucas is the writer.
Yep.
He wrote Star Wars.
Well, really, he is the creator.
He's a creator. Gotcha.
The
Okay.
person who wrote the book, let me just make sure. Oh, yeah, he wrote it. So he's an author and a filmmaker and a director. So he created
Damn.
the Star Wars, and then it gained a huge following. And once something gains a huge following, and people start begging, like, you should make it into a movie, and he does it because at that time he stayed very close to the project to make sure everything went the way he wanted it to.
Mhm.
Now, I mean, I'm not in complete agreement about the prequel trilogy. It was decent, but it could have been better. The sequel trilogy, that was not his doing at all. That was someone named Kathleen Kennedy, who promised she'd keep Star Wars the way George Lucas envisioned it, and then lied and tried to create her own Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Which
That
is
just
why Jon Favreau, the guy who played Happy Hogan in Iron Man,
Mhm.
stepped in and helped Kevin Feige, who is George Lucas's protege, to basically bring back the fans that they lost with the sequel trilogy. Because after Last Jedi, a lot of fans stepped away from Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that was?
Well, one, because Kathleen Kennedy did not listen to the fans at all. She basically did everything that she wanted to do.
Gotcha.
She took pieces from, she completely ignored Star Wars Legends continuity, which is, huge to Star Wars fans, and she basically said that there's no source material for it. Um she took characters from different backgrounds and put them in the show or movie, and basically called like one of them friggin' Han Solo's son. Han Solo and Leia had twins.
Okay,
They
yeah.
didn't have just one son. And they didn't name him Ben Solo because Han had no ties to Obi-Wan Kenobi except for giving him a ride, and then they got stuck on the Death Star.
Okay,
So
hold.
him
So
naming
so
his son Ben is stupid.
so what you're describing here is that
An alternate
uh
reality.
this was now I think I'm living in alternate reality because I had no fucking clue that Star Wars was a motherfucking book.
Well, I'm a very huge Star Wars fan.
Okay, good. I am glad I can be with somebody that is knowledgeable in Star Wars because and as much as I love, like, I like pop culture. It's cool. I love films. Films are great, but that's just it. Like I don't really go more in depth than just the movie and how it makes me feel, endings and what other people think about it and stuff. And instead of just really breaking down how a book or a movie is even produced right from the bottom. Um, so now I'm thinking, and honestly, I have never. I can say this, and you're probably going to be shocked. And usually, I tell the people to a lot of people, or I tell people a lot. I tell them this when they talk about Star Wars, and I just look at them with the blank face and say, "I have never watched a Star Wars movie ever in my life."
I get it. I can see why.
Hmm.
I mean, to be honest, you got to be in the mood to watch it. I can't watch
Okay.
Star Wars like back to back to back every single day. Like I got to be in the mood to want to watch it. But I still love the universe.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it was just maybe it was just a never universe that I never really got into, which I mean, no disrespect to it, but I understand that one day I want to sit down and try to understand it because I heard a lot of theories of how it was written and how some people think that there's a theory that I heard. I haven't really dove into it about the this about Star Wars, how it's written like based off of World War II or something like that.
Well, it is a space odyssey. Basically, he kind of wrote it to mirror some of what was going on in the world at the
Gotcha.
time.
Of course.
And I mean,
Okay.
it's called a space odyssey
Oh,
or
okay.
a space opera, something like that.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
And the thing about Star Wars, a lot of people don't like. They can attribute the newest movies out there saying that Star Wars sucks, but one of the things that I tell people is, one, don't judge an entire universe based off of a few idiots trying to, I don't know, impose their will on something instead of just going with the natural flow of things, because that's what they did. They tried to basically create their own vision of Star Wars and stepped
Mm,
away from the path George Lucas laid. And that's why we got John Favreau and Kevin Feige now, because they're using the Mandalorian to basically fix everything that they broke. And they're redoing the sequel trilogies as well.
gotcha. Okay. I'm deeply confused.
Like if I if you really wanted to get into Star Wars,
Uh-huh.
I'd say watch The Mandalorian, at least
Uh-huh.
watch seasons 1 and 2, just because it's so action packed. And I mean, you don't really have to know everything that happened, give or
Uh-huh.
take.
Okay.
Just stay in the present moment of what's happening in that show, and then if you get a chance, try and watch the movies, like 1 through 6. Don't touch 7, 8, and 9. Don't, those are
Okay.
crap. But watch at least one movie a month, because trust me, you're gonna need to be in the mood to watch them.
Gotcha.
Because there were times I put them on just so I could go to sleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's a lot of talking, but there's a lot of information that's exchanged in the movies.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's something that you really have to sit down and really listen to. Well, I mean, every movie you listen to, but
Yeah, but in this one, a major like plot twist would happen, and you're like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
rewind it. Let's hear these people talk for 20 minutes.
Like that's what happened to me. Every now and again, I'd have to rewind. Like, wait, why the hell is Han in Carbonite? What the fuck did I miss?
Dude, well, okay, so any this question I've been thinking about since the last time you've been on our show, and is there anything exciting that has happened to you at work, or any stories that you can share with me? Because just the
Oh yeah.
last few were the gold.
So so since I was last on the show, I got a
Mhm.
promotion,
Oh, nice!
and
Congrats!
I'm now the loss prevention specialist for Costco. And before
Nice.
I could actually start the position, I had to go through 3 weeks of training at another Costco with another loss prevention specialist. So I was just expected to, do some forms, watch a PowerPoint, do some tests, and then, just
Yeah.
do my 3 weeks and go home. Boy, was our first day, and I wish I could make this up. I show up on time, walk around for about 4 hours, go to lunch, come back, and like like we spot this elderly Asian guy. So this dude, the Kyle, that's his name, the guy who's training me. So he's breaking down like what he looks for when it comes to people stealing.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like you usually look for, like at this store, it's normally the Asian people who steal it. And that's not me like being racial. Like those are the people he catches the most. That's why he's telling me this, because that area is centered around a large Asian community, and most of them shop at that Costco. So I see this elderly Asian man wearing like a really like it looks like a very baggy button up shirt that's
Okay.
wrinkled like he slept in it,
Oh, okay.
and he's at the
You
the
don't
like the
see those every day.
like the health department, and my coworker's like, "You see that guy?" I was like, "Yeah, I see him." Like, I think he might try to steal. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "This is my first day. No way in hell is someone gonna try and steal on my first day."
Yeah. Okay.
So we follow him for about 5 minutes. And one thing he
Okay.
said is like most people like try to go all the way to the back because that's where there's less traffic, and when this coast is clear, they try to either conceal it. So we follow him back there. He starts asking an employee about like recycling bins or something stupid like that, and we eventually break off for a moment and start looking at other people. And then he comes past us and immediately starts stuffing something in his sleeve. And I'm looking, I was like, you gotta be shitting me right now. This dude's really doing this on my first day.
Yes.
So he's
Yes.
like, yeah, just keep an eye on him. I'm like, all right, fine, I'm gonna keep an eye on him. So I'm watching him. He's still walking through the store, grabbing shit, putting it in his basket. Really, he only grabbed like a few items. Then he went to go pay for his stuff. And then like he's like, all right, we're gonna go approach. I'm like, the hell you mean? He's like, when he gets to the exit door, we're going to
Yeah.
ask him to come back in the store. So he takes off. The guy who's training me to catch up with him. He walks up, puts his hand on the basket, and is asking him like, "All right, please remove the item that you just stole." And the
Please.
guy's like pretending like not to speak English. And the funny thing is, like, he tried like moving away from his car, but the thing is, he already hit the alarm, so we know which car is his. So he starts going the opposite way, like towards like the rest of the
Wow.
shopping center. 30 seconds later, like I look at his car, and then I look and he's gone, and then I look just a few feet up, he's running. He left the stuff in his basket that he paid for, and he is taken off running towards the back of a damn shopping center, runs behind the dumpster, takes off his shirt, ditches it, keeps running to the other side of the shopping center, thinking that we're not paying attention. I'm just waiting by his car. Like he does know he forgot his car too, right? So he leaves and then ducks into a Five Below store. Either like we think he either buys or steals another shirt because he came back outside with another shirt on.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Then ducked behind the building and he disappeared. So now we're just sitting there like he's telling like somebody to run memberships and see like who the guy is. We find his name, find his wife's number, so we call the wife and
Wait, whoa. How did you find his wife's number?
So whenever people make a transaction in Costco, you have a membership. We have to scan that membership before we can make any purchases. That membership registers each purchase, which is where you get all your rewards and stuff.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
we had one of the managers go through into the system and try to identify who it was, and he found him. And he sent them the wife's friggin' number, and he calls my coworker calls the wife, and
yes.
when
Yes.
like you can already hear her like she thought it was a telemarketer. I could tell because when you're like, who is this?
Yeah.
And he's like, hi, my name is Kyle. I'm a loss prevention specialist with Costco. Is your husband? And he says his name, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, well, unfortunately, I got to tell you, he was caught stealing today, and he ran, but he left his car and he left the items that he purchased. And I can hear her curse under her breath.
No fucking way.
Like I can hear, like I can tell, like I'm pretty sure this is like she probably looks young for her age, skinny.
Okay.
Probably got a mean left hook because she sounded like I'm gonna whoop your ass when I get to you.
She also made it seem like this is an ongoing issue with this fellow.
I know, like all I heard was, "Oh my god!" It was like, did she just sigh?
Oh.
So
Jeff.
now we're networking. Now we're networking between her, and then she gets the son online, and the son passes it off to his wife. The wife,
the whole family.
Yeah, the whole family. So the son's wife picked him up from where he just took off. And she's asking, like, we were telling him, like, we need him to come back so he can sign some paperwork. And there's some stuff we need to explain to him before, he can go about his business. But we won't call the police. And that was what he was afraid of, even though we had already called the police.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't like calling the police is because they never show up when you need them to.
Of course.
Like, they showed up 25 minutes later after he was gone. And now we're like trying, all right, we won't call the police. Like, just bring him by so we can explain to him. And so they all roll through. Like, the wife shows up, like his wife shows up first. And I can tell she is livid. Like, she had just got off of work and she was on her way home. She was not expecting to have to come all the way to Costco behind her husband. So
what the?
About 25 minutes go by. Like, the brother shows up, and then the wife takes off and goes somewhere, and then comes back with him. He's sitting in the passenger seat.
Grandma shows up, and Ricky, second cousin, closest on your mom's side, shows up and helps you out with this.
I was about to say, is the whole bloodline gonna come down for this?
Yeah, the whole
like,
family reunion.
The brother was trying to explain, like, like I don't know why he keeps doing this. I was like, wait, keeps?
Yes.
This is a thing with him?
It's a thing.
He was like, see, he doesn't live with her, so he's on his own a lot, and he's just, it's kind of problematic. I'm like, why are you giving me family secrets, sir?
Mm-hmm.
So he's sitting in the passenger seat, like, trying to, like, shake like he's afraid or shook up or whatever the hell.
Yeah. No,
and I'm sitting there looking at him like, bro, you wasn't shaking when you was taking
lying.
off running.
You're a lying motherfucker. You know how to do this, and
so we recovered.
And
so he stole a bottle of Sensulin. It's like cinnamon insulin replacement for like diabetics or something, or vitamins or whatever the hell. It was a $20 bottle.
Okay.
The stuff he paid for cost more than that bottle, because it was like a body pillow, some pretzels, and a couple of other items.
Yeah.
And what even made this worse?
Wait, hold on, Marcus. You gotta spend money to make money, brother.
I know, but you don't have to. You don't have to steal merch to make money. Oh, maybe you do. I don't know. But
who knows? We don't know.
So we explained to him that when you get caught stealing, once you get past the exit, there's no trying to go back and pay for it. We confiscate your membership. We basically trespass you and ban you from all Costco's for life. Whoa. We take a picture of you and we put it in a database. So if you show up, you're going to be arrested on the spot.
Damn.
So, mind you, they had just signed up for their memberships like a few days ago. Like at least 1 to 2 days before this incident. And he had just got approved for a credit card too.
Wow.
So he had the money to pay for everything. We do not know why the hell he chose to steal.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. What did he give any,
because we asked him and he was anything? Like, just felt like it. I was like, you just felt like it. It was $20. You could have paid for it. And the wife was afraid that her membership was gonna get revoked because the son and the wife, everyone like in the household is under her name. But we told her, like, since he's not the primary, only his membership's getting canceled and he's banned. You guys are fine. You guys can still shop at Costco. He just can't come with you. And I see her give him this like side eye look, like, you dirty son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And we give him his stuff. He was like, also, you forgot the stuff that you did pay for, sir. And he was like, oh, thank you. I was like, don't thank me, you thief.
He's a modest thief. He was thanking you for.
But yeah, there was that, and then there was another guy who my coworker had been chasing through 2 different Costco's.
Wait, hold on. So this is a ring of things?
Oh, this is a different guy.
Okay.
But
No,
this
no,
one is just about equally more outrageous than that story.
no. I'm saying that I'm thinking now. Okay, now it's they're two. It's a one store, one company, but it has different locations. So
Oh,
yeah.
you thought it was like just a cartel of thieves?
No, no. But isn't that what you guys are watching for? Like, I'm
Pretty
pretty
much.
sure that there's something in history that had to happen like that. Like,
Pretty much.
they know
Like,
how to steal from like a Walmart or a Target. They know how to do it. So hell, why not just don't go to one store? You go to multiple stores.
yeah,
That's what I'm
like
thinking.
so this guy, he shopped at a different Costco. So my coworker used to work at that Costco, but then they found out that he frequents the one that he currently works at now. So he tried catching him at his other store because he stole some speakers early in the morning, and he never got a chance to catch him because like once they get it and they come back, like we can't get them for something they already stole. We have to get them for something they steal like that day when we see them. But we can tack on any additional information when we catch them. So anything else we have proof of them stealing, we can add that on. So the dude comes into the store and I get a phone call
Yeah.
because I'm in another part of the store watching people trying to like see if I can find someone stealing on my own, and I catch I catch this woman who is like opening like this bag of like bean paste uh pancakes or something, just finger fucking the damn bag,
What?
and she busts it open, takes some out,
Oh,
eats
okay.
it,
Yeah. Yeah.
takes some more and eats it, and then when no one's looking, she tosses the bag like just in a random shelf. That we call grazers, and we can get people to pay for any items that they open and consume and then try to put back
Oh,
because
okay.
that item is no longer sellable because you opened it.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the bag. I tell him like, yeah, dude. She's like, she busted it open and was eating it. It was like, you got proof? I was like, she's eating it right now on the other side of the thing. He looks,
Uh-huh.
sees it. It's like, okay. She gets to self checkout. He grabs the bag, walks up to her, was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, I need you to pay for this." She grabs the bag, pays for it, and leaves. I was like, "Damn, it was that simple. We didn't have to
Hmm.
do a whole chase this time."
No.
He's like, "No, but there is a guy I'm watching, so come here." I was like, so I go and I'm watching the guy with him. He doesn't do anything. So I catch another guy doing some weird shit. I follow him. Then I get a call saying it was like, "Hey, this dude just stuffed some crab meat in his damn pocket. Come on." I was like,
Yes.
"Crab meat? What?" I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He was like, he
Yeah.
took like those little crab meat things we got for like 20, $25. He just stuffed two of them in his pocket. I was like, and you saw this? Like, he literally walked around the corner and did it right in front of me, like he didn't give a shit. I'm like, I don't think he recognized you, dude. That was like that other incident was like 2 years ago, right? You remember it. He doesn't. I'm pretty sure those speakers are long gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's like, all right, we gonna apprehend him. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna need you to apprehend him. I'm like, what do you mean me? He was like, well, he's a big black guy. I was like, yeah, he's bigger than me. Oh, I get it. You don't want to get your ass toe up. Cool. I'll approach him.
Yeah.
So I wait for him to pay for his stuff and walk out. I make my move, walk up to him, wait for him to get to the exit. I was like, excuse me, sir, I'm gonna need you to come back in the store with me, please. He was like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Like,
He
damn,
he
no
knew.
fight?
Yeah, he
Like,
knew it.
no fight at all.
No.
So we
No,
get him
he
in the office. He takes out that shit. Like he paid a lot of money because he bought like meat and whatnot, and just
uh-huh.
like I'm wondering like why you still like the crab meat, dude? So
Uh-huh.
he was saying, well, I got a very big party that I'm catering for. Like he's got a catering business,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking to myself like, you just risked it all for $50 worth of crab meat.
$50 worth. But
Because now, because he shops at Costco religiously for his business. Everything
okay.
we have is what he needs in order to run his business. So now
Okay.
either he's got
I
to go
get
to
that.
Sam's Club or send someone else.
Oh, he's
But
done. He can't
like,
go there
nope,
anymore.
nope. So we
Oh
do the
yeah.
paperwork. He signs it, take his picture, put it in the database, and let him go. And my coworker tells him like, "Don't worry, dude. I'm not going to tell anybody about this." Not even 2 minutes later, this
Mhm.
dude is showing his picture to every employee. It's like, hey, you know this guy? Just caught him stealing crab meat. I was like, bro, did you not just say that you weren't gonna tell nobody? Like,
Yeah.
you worse than most people cousins. At least they wait about an hour or so before gossiping when
Uh-huh.
they know you out there. I'm pretty sure he was still in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody
Dude.
was like, no, like he stole, like he shops here all the time. Like I've ate at his business. He makes some good food. I was like, not anymore.
So it was just what was the total of his basket that he was trying
So
to
he
walk out with?
spent about
I have to ask.
$315.
$315.
At least 200 that on meat and about 115 on other items that he needed,
Yeah,
like
okay.
seasonings, fucking paper plates, whatnot.
So he just didn't have enough for the crab meat. So
No,
he
he
he's
didn't need the crab meat. He just wanted the crab meat.
Oh, is that what he said? That was that
Yep.
in his confession?
Because then, of course, he asked me, he was like, "You also stole some speakers 2 years ago. You remember that?" And like an idiot, this dude was like, "Yeah, I do remember that." I was like,
What?
I would not have told that. I would have lied because like, he doesn't have like proof besides
Mhm.
a grainy photo.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
you guys were suspecting this gentleman for some time for the
Oh, he was
speakers.
keeping tabs. He was keeping tabs on this guy. Like he's got like a list of people he watches that come to the store that he hasn't caught
Gotcha.
stealing yet, but he will.
Okay. Yes. No, that's awesome. I mean, he knew he was gonna mess up again, but we didn't know it was gonna be for freaking crab meat over
Ex-
speakers.
exactly. Like I honestly was expecting him to steal some
Was
speakers
it
again.
even? Was that? Was that crab meat even that? Was it good? Is it?
I
Was it worth it?
Man,
Obviously, it was worth it
it
for
was
him.
Costco crab meat. I mean, Costco's
Hmm.
pretty good when it comes to meat, but I don't know about crab meat. Like, because it was already prepackaged and whatnot. So
Okay.
just in this little
Okay.
container, I'm like, I would have just bought the damn crab. Like,
So he was raising. He wanted to keep his food costs down for this specific event.
perhaps. What do you say? Like, also featuring crab meats.
Yeah. Exactly. So whatever the revenue that he would have made on the crab meat, he was just could have gone down to the bottom line of his company.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, bro, like Costco supports businesses, and since you have a business, why would you risk a place where you need to shop to maintain your business? I mean, you
Yeah.
can go, to Kroger, Jovi's,
Yeah.
Sam's
Rest
Club now.
They have a Restaurant Depot stores too around me.
Yeah, and they're opening a Costco business center in this town, which we have not had, where pretty much, restaurants and whatnot can go shop for the specific items that they need at a Costco if they want.
Mhm.
And my
Mhm.
thing is like, bro, like you could have like shopped there and got all your stuff. Now you screwed.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I was just thinking now that you pointed out your area? Uh England is 8 hours from me,
Right,
but I'm Pacific time, right?
right.
So he would have been 7 hours for you because you're in Houston right now,
6 hours.
Marcus, aren't you?
So we're 2 hours ahead of California.
2 hours ahead.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. 2 hours ahead. So that would have been 6 hours for you,
yeah.
England. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I forgot. A little history on the Inner Monologue podcast. The three hosts are from Northern California and Marcus is from Texas.
I mean, well, we're all from California. I just
Hmm.
moved to Texas and been here
Gotcha.
for the last 10 years. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
from Texas now.
Thanks for clearing that up. Uh, what city?
Houston.
Houston, dude. I'm hearing a lot of things about Houston, man. And wait, hold on, no,
Mhm,
no, no,
mhm,
not on the. Hold on, before we get that, but just interacting with different people. I'm working at a site right now that pulls a lot of people from different areas in the United States,
mhm.
and a lot of those people are from Texas and from Houston, no less.
Yeah.
And they talk about how freaking awesome it is. The weather is kind of like wonky, but other than that, the people and the place is great. It's like it's a blue dot within a red state.
I mean, I've found like when I first moved here, I hated this city just because one, I wasn't used to being like everything being so far away. Like the damn liquor store was like half a mile. Every grocery store was like at least 4 or 5 miles away. So getting used to that long drive took a minute. But then once I finally got a chance to like, meet people and hang around the city and go to different places, Houston is amazing. I mean, the weather, but like the food, places to go, places to hang out, the atmosphere, it's awesome being in the city.
Okay, so now back to Texas and today's current climate. And I'm not talking about the weather. There's this okay, so there's this photo floating around of I guess people at the border,
Oh
uh
yeah,
that whole
the
thing, and
border
then
patrol whipping Haitians.
with yeah, exactly, a Haitian Haitian refugees trying to come into the United States via that border. Um and they're putting that picture next to maybe a drawing that was drawn in like the 1800s
Hmm.
with I guess plantation owners or even policemen back in the day, whipping any person of color, I want to say,
My
because that
thing
also
about that
happened
is,
to Native Americans
so I
too.
saw the photo of him in the water, and it looked like he was smiling, just like a look like he was happy to do what he was doing. I, like I get, so they said that they brought like a lot of refugees from Afghanistan into Texas, and that they say that we don't have enough room in order to accommodate the large rush of
Hmm.
refugees coming from Haiti, and they've even implemented an old Trump uh, measure at basically taking some of these refugees and deporting them back to Haiti by giving them a helicopter ride. So my thing is, you say that we don't have enough room. Okay, maybe in that city that they're coming to, but why don't you just transport them to a larger city? If you have the
Right.
resources to transport them back to Haiti, it would probably cost less for you to just bus them to a place where they can at least seek refuge until they can figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because Haiti just had two natural disasters hit them back to back. I wouldn't stay there if I had a choice. So of course they're coming here to seek refuge, and we're turning them away and deporting them back and whipping them when they're trying to seek refuge
Yeah.
and survive.
Yeah. That didn't make sense to me. Uh, Again, we are taking other refugees from different parts of the world, man. Because even before it we had there's killed children, these
Hmm.
kids at the southern border from like Honduras and those in Central America. We've been taking children from them from South America, Brazil, whatever. uh, and now we're taking refugees from Afghanistan and transporting them. all around the state. And now there's more refugees coming from a different part of the world, and we simply deny them.
Like if honestly, if I had to tell them, like, if you're looking for refuge, just
Yeah.
come on. Like, because if you come, like, people come here for a reason, so they can have a better life, escape
Yes.
something that they probably don't think they can live through if they stayed. There's a reason why they're coming here. And it's not just Texas. You can ship them to other cities that can help accommodate them. But don't turn them away. Stop being idiots and help these people when they're asking for help.
Yeah.
Don't say like, "Well, we don't have the resource." Yes, you do. You have the resources, you're just too lazy to implement them.
Yeah. No, yeah. Too lazy, or you had just have these pre-notions of you know uh different people from around the world. I mean,
Like they're saying like
I don't get that.
yeah, like they're saying like we can't house them, we can't feed them. I'm like, we literally waste more food in this country than in any other country in the world.
Yeah.
We can feed them.
Yeah.
We can, and we've got all this damn new property that you can at least give out to people. All these shut down hotels that shut down because of COVID. You can reopen them
Yeah.
up and give these rooms to these refugees so they can at least have a decent place to sleep.
Yeah. Uh that was one thing that I really thought about my last trip to downtown LA. And I was walking around all the different places, and I noticed I actually walked through Skid Row,
Mhm.
and I seen just the hundreds of just people hanging out on the ground, the floor, whatever, built these forts with tents and all that crazy stuff.
Yep,
And
all these homeless camps that are now all over
yeah,
the place.
there's encampments that are everywhere, right? Within that city. And I look up and I'm still walking at empty buildings that are just are for rent, for lease, or closed. And I'm just like and they're hotel. There are lots of these
Hmm.
buildings were just old hotels. Um
Like
but
reopen these hotels, like, and they're trying to. I think someone is trying to pass a bill making it illegal to be homeless.
oh yeah,
I heard about that, and okay, so if you're making it illegal to be homeless,
you can. That's
it's not going to. They're not going to be like, oh, well, I need to go find a place to stay. They have no
no,
place to go. That's why they're homeless.
yeah,
And
no,
most people are homeless because they could not. The money they made could not cover the amount of rent they needed, and they lost their home.
yeah, yeah,
Which is
and
why I was against the whole raising the minimum wage. But now that I think about it, if a good majority of people are making enough money to where they can, live and survive and pay their rent and actually live, even though I don't think $15 is enough to live in California.
I think the thing is it not even necessarily California, but we need to raise the federal rate.
Yeah.
The federal rate needs to go up. Depending on whatever state you are. I mean, what is California at right now? $14, right?
So
That's the minimum
at
wage.
$14, that's not even a livable wage. So 15 is not going to do anything.
Yeah,
18, raise everything to 18. Make it easier for people to actually get these jobs, because a lot of companies are now changing their requirements for certain positions, but still saying that they're hiring but no one's applying,
hmm
so they can garner sympathy, saying that we have the jobs but no one wants them. No, you have the jobs but you're making it more difficult for people to even apply, which is why no one's even trying. Because if I got to jump through hoops just to apply, why? When I can go to McDonald's and they're hiring right now, starting off at $15 an hour.
gotcha. No, but okay. So look at I just looked up the minimum wage. of the federal minimum wage, and it's $7.25 per hour.
Ew,
So
Jesus
that's the
Christ.
federal minimum wage for covered non-exempt employees is $7.25 per hour.
Okay, I can see. So 7, if you're like 16 and it's your first job, fine.
Yeah.
That works for them because it gives them experience. But my thing is, some of these employers are asking for either a experience that no one's going to have, or a degree that no one's going to have.
Yeah. Well, and $7.25. I started working when it was $8 minimum wage.
Like, my first job, I was making 10.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it, 7. But who knows how long this 7.25 thing has been? Honestly, because if they set the federal minimum wage higher than that, obviously,
Then other companies are going to scale their pay raises up to get it off of that minimum wage line.
yeah, but
But of course,
I mean,
they
it would vary state to state because a lot of states have different laws
true,
between their
and
own
some small
minimum wages.
businesses may go under because of the high minimum wage, and they can't afford to pay some of their workers.
Yeah, the system is not built uh for I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just this social construct of
To be
of
honest, if you
money.
wanted to balance the scales, the
Mhm.
easiest thing to start helping people is to get rid of the credit system.
Ooh, that's some okay. That's something I never heard before.
Well, the reason why I say so, remember when credit was usually only applied to credit cards, but now it's applied to even when you apply for jobs, houses, rent. They include it in almost everything. They've made credit, which is something that's not backed by anything
Oh, okay,
tangible.
gotcha.
If you remove that system and make it easier for people to buy houses, buy cars, get jobs, get apartments, purchase the items that they want, the credit system is obsolete. And honest, it's basically a way of it's a redundant system that does not need to
Hmm.
be. Because if you want to make it
Holy
easier for
shit!
people, it is not just raising the minimum wage. Get rid of the credit system so people can actually get things that they need.
Gotcha. Okay, see that I feel that in what you say about housing because even getting a new car, getting transportation, uh housing, you can pay this uh monthly mortgage. You can do that, but if you had fucked up credit or
Exactly.
hell of a lot more money just to throw at it because you don't have credit is redundant also. Yeah, if you're not making yeah, if you
Yeah,
don't
because there
have
was a
credit, you need a fucking way more money, and it
because there
doesn't
was
make
some
sense.
apartments that I didn't get because my credit, but I'm sitting there like, okay, so you said I need to make 3 times the rent. I do, but I didn't get approved because of my credit. You have any idea how stupid that sounds?
Yeah.
Like, I have a job, a very good job at that. I work for Costco,
Hmm.
and they pay their employees quite well. They treat their employees quite well.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard.
So if I make a decent amount of money and I'm not making, McDonald's money, I'm making Costco money,
Yeah.
which means I'm bringing home some decent amount of money, which means every time I get paid, bills get paid, and I'm not struggling. I can pay the rent, no damn problem. But you won't accept me because of my credit, which basically fucks up your business because it's less people trying to apply. More people
Yeah.
apply to places that don't apply credit to the application process. Credit is an obsolete system that needs to be done away with.
Blow it up.
Yes, I blow it up
Down
to
with the system.
smithereens.
Fuck the
Anarchy!
system. Fuck the system. Fuck credit. No, but Marcus, this was great. Freaking, I had a fun time. I was
So
waiting
did
for
I.
this. I was waiting for this. Glad we got on to talk about all these cool things. And why don't you let everybody know where we can find the Inner Monologue podcast and go for it.
Right. So you can find us at YouTube, the Inner Monologue Podcast, Instagram, Inner Monologue 510, TikTok, Inner Monologue 510. We're on pretty much every major podcast site. So Apple, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Anchor, etc., Spotify. Um, you can find us pretty much everywhere. We record Monday and usually post later on that night. It's a weekly podcast, so we're close to the end of season 2. So hopefully you guys, come in and check us out. Also, come check out, Mindbuzz, because I always have fun when I'm on the show.
Definitely check them out. I'm going to be putting all their links into the show notes, into the show description, depending on whatever platform you're listening to. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the other cool ones. Anchor. No, I'm not even on Anchor. Hell no, I'm not on Anchor. You know what? I'm on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. How about that one? And YouTube. We're going to a different format. So this is going to be fun. The last 2 shows, thanks to Tim from Bad Counsel, over there at Bad Counsel, you guys, well, actually, Tim, this is a nod to you because you're an avid listener of the Mindbuzz, and I take your critiques to heart, and thanks for your not just hearing us out, but you're listening. And big shout out to Mar from Pods Like Us. Marcus had a great time on your show. I'm excited to listen to that one, and I guess that was another one. Marcus, thanks for being on. I'm gonna let the theme play out and catch you guys on another one. Thanks, Marcus, and Mark and everybody.
The Mindbuzz.